was not ugly, her chest was not flat. Hmm, gonna get me some of that. I'm the kind of guy who sees a man in trouble and always helps him out. And when I saw Belen was having difficulties and all the girl did was pout, my feelings I couldn't hide. I was so excited. On me you could have hung a hat. I was taking up the slack when I jumped him back and said, gonna get me some of that. I said, I'm gonna get me some of that. I said, I'm gonna get me some of that. One, two, three, four! Wish I was there to be a rocker. Let me play my song on the TV. If I was there to be a rocker, I'd have every supply of band. Like the leather pants and my style. Girls with short haircuts is my friend. You see me on your music channel. I'm the one that's wearing flannel. I'm a lesbian rocker. Wish I was a lesbian rocker. But then they play my song on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have it every style of bad guitar. But I would be so famous, you would see. Jodie Foster would go down on me. Well, I'd be up here singing hits while staring at the girlfriend's eyes. I'm a lesbian rocker. I wish I was a lesbian rocker. But if they play my song on the TV, well, if I was a lesbian rocker, I would have this Chicago battery guitar. But I would never shave my armpit hair. I would be headlining Lilith Fair. It's those girls I like the bunch, and it's the carpet I like the bunch. I'm a lesbian rocker. I wish I was a lesbian rocker. And then they play my song on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an Elvis Chicago battery guitar. Wish I was a lesbian rocker. Then they play my songs on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an Elvis Chicago battery. I wish I was a lesbian rocker. Then they play my song on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an Elvis Chicago battery. I'd have an Elvis Chicago battery. I'd have an Elvis Chicago battery.
Oh yeah. A what? A what?
Baby. Praise Him.
Oh, yeah. Who sang that song? Some fine singing in that song.
Ragging going on.
Then they play the songs on it too. If I was a happy rocker, I'll never
Oh, yeah, there you go. How about that, right? That's how you get started. I like that. I love
Hey,
it.
kids, what
Well,
time
you
is
play the
it?
theme, but, you know. By the way, it's a share day. Share this broadcast to any groups you're a part of. Share it.
I did that yesterday.
Share.
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat bite in my face. I don't want to get up. Face me
Oh, my
through
grapes
the
are ripe today,
rain.
thank God.
I take a shower. I take a pee. I drink some coffee or watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open. Nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief. R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all is so clean out your ears from a morning disaster. They got gas and brass and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature and there's no cure, but they'll be your
That good-looking SOB Nick Miner's with us.
And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the morning disaster show. And now I spell relief. R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here. So clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and breast and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure. But they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster.
Super. How you guys doing? It is Ray Lytle's morning disaster. We are here. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, Joe. Joe wants
Do
to sing
it.
more. My name is Joe, and I drive the limo for the morning disaster crew. Hello, you guys. What's going on? It is Ray Lytle's morning disaster. I'm Ray, along with TJ, and Nick.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are here. I'm sorry we're running late. I was super tired last night, and I slept good, right? I mean, I slept really good. But I ended up falling asleep like 11 o'clock, which is very rare for me. I usually don't go to sleep that early. And I slept straight through until morning, and I woke up and I felt fine. I felt great when I woke up. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best I felt in days, And so I get up, grab my shirt, you know what I mean? And then I'm walking out of the bedroom. And I got to run to the bathroom,
You got the gurgles.
And then I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts. I mean, literally, it ached. And I was like, oh, what's going on? So I figured I might as well, try to push out whatever's causing the pain in there.
Bear down.
And it dawned on me when I was going, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't remember doing this yesterday. That's kind of odd. And then I was like, I don't really remember doing this Sunday either. You know what I mean? So it sort of dawned on me because I'm never constipated ever. You know what I mean? I usually pretty regular. And it just dawned on me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've been sort of constipated. And let me just say, everything decided to clear out. So, and then I was like, oh my God. And I was still on the toilet. And I'm like, I better send a message so everybody knows. And I put a message in our chat room saying, hey guys, we're going to be delayed a few minutes because I got to get this stuff out, you know.
Daddy's giving birth.
So now that you've got a cleansed colon,
Yeah. So I'm empty. So I feel good. But that's why the show started late. I mean, it started late because, you know.
Ray's vital disaster had to happen first.
Yeah, because I was emptying. I had to empty out everything. So, oh well. So, but we are started now. So, and it's a share day. I'm sure I see Bubba's in the chat room, and Fat 420's in there, and Steve Areno, Andy, Rob's in there. Mr. I'm too busy for the show is in the chat room. Look at that.
How about that?
There's no irregular people in the chat. All those people are very regular. So you guys know what I was going through this morning. So forgive my lateness. And we have to end as always, usual time because I got to work out today. So,
Short
but
show.
I'm ready. Oh, and Chris Stice is back. He's back.
Hey,
Yeah, but you know, he was bragging. Wasn't he bragging about how his unemployment was only a short amount of time? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right.
he was.
Yeah. Bragging about how much better his life is than mine. But it's good to have you back, Chris. It's
Maybe
good to
his
have you.
unemployment started again.
Maybe your unemployment started again. I hope not. But I'm glad you're here. We might as well get right into it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I don't want to. Oh my God, these grapes are so. These grapes are at perfect point of ripeness. So
they taste that much better now that you're all cleaned out, huh?
no, but they taste. I mean, they're perfect ripeness. It has nothing to do with my being cleaned out. It has to do with just the grapes themselves are at peak. Yeah, at peak taste day. You know. Oh. Oh my God. Forgive me. It just wow. It really touches me. But a fruit could, you know, that on a perfect you know, that on a perfect ripeness day of how amazing these grapes could taste. By the way, I see this. I want to start with this. An 8-year-old cancer survivor just crushed a record.
Oh.
Her name is Lily Bumpus. That's her name, Lily Bumpus. Hi, Lily. She just sold 32,484 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
Whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
That's insane.
She is a cancer survivor who was fighting cancer and could not sell in some years past. She was able to sell this year, and she sold over 32,000 boxes. The old record was 26,000 boxes.
Wow.
Yeah. So she broke the record. And by the way, this is something that I didn't realize I missed,
Oh, really?
which was Girl Scout cookie sales. I didn't realize I missed them. They've already happened.
Yeah, they happened
I had
early spring, you know.
TJ, your phone's TJ, your phone's going in there. Yeah, so as you guys know, I was fasting, and then I have started eating normally. And so I figured this is a couple weeks ago. I was watching the NCAA tournament, and I started thinking, boy, you know what I like to have when an NCAA tournament's going on? It'd be nice if there was any Girl Scout cookies around here so I could, snack on something.
Right.
And I go to my wife, I say, hey, make sure that we get some of these Girl Scout cookies. And she goes, what? And I said, the Girl Scout cookies, they sell those around this time of year, And my wife goes, she said, we missed it. And I go, what? She goes, we missed the Girl Scout sales. And I go, what do you mean we missed them? She says, yeah, they already sold. And I'm like, they've already sold Girl Scout cookies? She goes, yeah, months ago. So I had no idea. I think it's because we're in a freaking pandemic. I had no idea I had missed Girl Scout cookie sales.
It's kind of shocking that you did.
Right. I know.
I mean, it really is. No,
I had
I'm
no
so
idea.
busy, I can't even keep track, but
I'm telling you, I had no idea that Girl Scout cookie sales have already gone on. And I said, what in the hell, what in the hell's, how did I miss this? What happened? And then I started thinking about it, and I realized I'm getting so old that none of my Facebook friends have children that are of Girl Scout age. I'm so freaking old. You know what I mean? It just sucks. And I realize, I used to have friends on Facebook who had kids that were, what are Girl Scouts? 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever. I used to have friends with kids that old, and they were constantly selling that shit. Now, all of my friends I have either has children who are too old, or they have or their children have or like their children are past Girl Scout aged and in high school or college or whatever. And I realized, I'm like, oh my God, that's how old I've gotten, that none of my Facebook friends are even of age. Like, we're all it's like we're all too old to have kids that are still in that age range. and that's tragic. So I got to start requesting a younger set of Facebook friends or something. So I have someone that reminds me of these things. But it's a pandemic. I mean, it is understandable that I can forget this during a pandemic. Hey, Nick.
Hey,
I had no clue. I've totally missed Girl Scout cookies and the sales of all that stuff.
you really haven't missed anything. Nothing's changed. They're expensive, and you feel bad after eating them.
But I had nobody. You got a kid that's right in that age range, so he probably has friends that are girls that are selling them. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody that sell. You know.
Oh, my wife ordered some from, I think, a coworker. You can go online and order them. They're selling them online.
I asked my wife, and she goes. Now she might just be saying it because, you know, she might just be saying it because I'm too fat, but we completely missed the sales, the Girl Scout cookie sales. I missed all the time to get that, you know. I had no idea they were doing sales in, when was it? February?
Yeah. What's your favorite cookie?
Oh, I like the red box. The
peanut butter ones?
Yeah.
Aldi's has similar type of cookie.
Yeah.
And it tastes almost exactly the same for a third of the price.
Now, wait a minute. You really think Ray is going to go to an Aldi's?
You want
Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies? I can give you the next best thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're really good.
What are they called?
I think they're
Rip
just
off Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah, essentially.
So if I call Aldi's and I say, "Hey, I want to do that thing where you guys deliver food out to my car and I'll drive through the parking lot."
Yeah.
Can you grab me a box of knockoff Girl Scout cookies?
They'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I should get some.
Like, we got the coconut, chocolate and coconut ones too.
Oh, Holly says they're 98 cents.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. She knows what I'm talking about.
Because Girl Scout cookies are what? They're still expensive.
$5 a box.
Oh my God, $5.
And they're getting smaller and smaller every year.
Oh my God. Well, I don't want that.
No one wants that.
I mean, by the way, can just one of you guys say, "Well, Ray, you shouldn't be eating Girl Scout cookies at all"? I mean,
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Nobody advises me to not. By the way, no one advises me to not get Girl Scout cookies. Everybody in the chat room's helping out. They're all saying, "Oh, do this, do that, blah blah blah. You can get it here, you can get it there." Everybody's helping me get the Girl Scout. Nobody is saying what they should say, which is, "You're too damn fat. You don't need any Girl Scout cookies."
You are a grown man. None of us are your parents. Figure it out on your own.
Yeah, so in the basketball tournaments, literally they're picking the Final Four. 2 of the Final Four were chosen last night.
Yeah.
I picked them both. Chubby Ray picks. If you guys are if you're Patreon users, you know, I picked them both. Houston and Baylor. Tonight we'll see who goes. But this is the time of year I always eat. As long as I remember, I've always had like some Girl Scout cookies and basketball. I watched the NCAA tournament and I have a few Girl Scout cookies and I like them. They're chocolate with the peanut butter. They're the red box. Except they're, you know what? The Girl Scout cookies, like you say, I'm just going to have a couple. A couple means a whole box. Yeah.
A couple means a couple boxes.
Are the Aldi's the same way, Nick?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, like it would be nice if I could just have a couple, you know what I mean, and then it'd be okay. But it's impossible. Oh,
No.
and Chris says they're called tag-alongs. That's what they are called. I should try some. I'll be damned. Yeah, Holly says I call it doing a line because you can't eat one. Yeah, it is. It's great. It's crazy. Like I wish I could just eat a row. Like I would be okay eating one row would be fine. It's impossible.
You eat them and you recreate the scene from Requiem for a Dream.
It's insane. Oh, they're putting up Holly's putting up pictures now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
She says it's Benton's.
Yep.
Benton's peanut butter cookies, and they taste just like the Girl Scout cookies. Look at that. Wow.
Thank me later.
I'll be we have found a way to steal from the Girl Scouts. Now we have a way. Well, I mean, talk about feeling bad. Now I have found a way to take from the Girl Scouts.
So when Ray gets his knockoff Girl Scout cookies, we tell Ray's wife to blame Nick.
Yep. It's going to be Nick's fault.
It was only a matter of time.
My wife said, nope, you missed it. They're done selling those.
They're not done selling them. You can buy them right now.
She says, they're done.
I'm looking online. Buy cookies. Link right there.
Be damned. Yeah.
Just like my kid can sell popcorn all year long. So
see, I wanted to buy popcorn for your kid. And I guess I never did. I should probably buy a little bit. Yeah. But of course I got did I tell you I got movie popcorn this last weekend?
Nice.
Again?
We my wife and I went out of the house to do some driving around Saturday. And I swung by the movie theater. I'm like, hey, see if they got some popcorn in there. And she's like, okay. And she went inside the movie theater and bought the popcorn.
You know, when it comes to movie popcorn, you're like a heroin addict. You can't get enough.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I'll tell you something. It was amazing. I like that. I like that movie popcorn. Oh, and I watched. What did I watch? There was something. Oh, I know what I watched. The Invincible on Amazon Prime. Have you guys? Do you know what the Invincible thing?
No.
Are you guys familiar with it? Oh my God. Okay. So one of the best comic books that I've read in the last, decade has been a book by Robert Kirkman, the guy who wrote Walking Dead. He wrote a comic called Invincible about this high school kid whose father is the world's most famous superhero, and the kid starts to inherit the father's powers, and it's been the best. It's the best comic book because there's such a twist in it. Okay, it's unbelievable. And I don't want to give you any spoilers as to what the twist is, but it's freaking crazy. And so they've wanted to get this comic book made into a movie for years, right? But it's too expensive to make it into a movie, so no movie studio will do it. And several have owned it. Like Paramount owned it, and Universal, and like so many different companies have had it. So finally, Seth Rogen gets his hands on it. And Seth Rogen, he and his partner, they get it. And I want to say it was through Universal or somebody, that they somehow get them the rights, and they figure out, they said, listen, we can make this if we do an animated version of it. And so they decide to buy, and they get Kirkman involved, who's making Walking Dead and stuff. So they just get Kirkman, and they said, yeah, just come on in and you can do it. And he's like, oh, hell yeah. He goes, I'll write it. He wrote the comic books. He goes, I'll do the screenplays for the animated stuff. So it's Kirkman doing his own thing again, if any of that makes sense. He's basically rewriting it, but he's doing it now for movies, but you're animated. And then they got Amazon to back it. So Amazon said, hell, we'll pay for it if you do it here and we put it on Amazon Prime. So the first 3 episodes dropped. And the episodes are like an hour long, and it's animated, but the episodes are like an hour long. It's amazing. And so I watched that and ate some movie popcorn over the weekend. It was really, really good. And I'm telling you, I'm recommending it if you've never read the comic and all the comic. In fact, the story, they actually finished it. It was 144 episodes or comics, and he finished it. But the TV series just started last weekend, and it's amazing. I'm highly recommending it. Chris says, did you catch the name of the high school? Yeah, it was Randall Vell Johnson. It was the guy from Die Hard, or Family Matters, I guess. It was named after him. That's the name of the high school. But I'm highly recommending it. If you've never read the comic, go there, because now what they've done is they've turned the comic all into trade paperbacks, and you can literally go and buy those and get caught up. They're fantastic. Or and it was my buddy DC, who is the one who got me into this, because he read it years ago, and he was there was one time we were going on vacation, and he said, and I said, hey, you got any paperbacks that I could read on vacation? He gave me a bunch of comics, and I was like, and I read this Invincible, and it blew my mind how good it was. So it is mind-blowingly good. It's called Invincible, and it started on Amazon, and the cartoon is every bit as good as you'd hoped it was. So I'm recommending it. So there you go. Get Invincible. Watch Invincible on Amazon Prime. It's amazing. And my suggestion, get some movie popcorn and maybe some Girl Scout cookies too.
And we go full circle.
And who knows? It'll clog you up, cause you to be constipated. And, oh, well. No, but I'm highly recommend. Nick, I'm telling you, because I think you'd love it.
I'm probably going to watch it.
I think
probably not.
I think, you know what? I'm telling you, I think you love Invincible. Because, like I said, I read the comics, so I sort of knew what was coming. Although, I got to tell you, Robert Kirkman wrote the cartoon, and he also wrote the comic, so he was able to change some things around a little bit, and it really fits. It really works well for the cartoon. The ending of episode 1 of the cartoon will blow your freaking minds. I'm telling you, it is amazing. It is what happens. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but holy crap. Chris is saying Netflix is a movie called The Old Guard. Yeah, I watched that. It's really good. It's got Charlize Theron in it. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie, and that's based off of an old graphic novel. Yeah. No, I love comic book films and TV, and it's fantastic. I mean, I got to tell you, if you're a geek like me, this is a good time to be a geek. I've gotten Zack Snyder's Justice League, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Invincible animated show. I've had it all in the last like 2 weeks. It's amazing. It's a good time.
I've heard that Falcon and Winter Soldier is really good.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier is really good. The best thing is Zack Snyder's Justice League is amazing. But Falcon and Winter Soldier is really good. It's just because they come out like the Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and Invincible. It's new episodes every Friday. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, there you go.
Meanwhile, the Justice League is 6. I want to say the Justice League is actually 6 episodes put into one big movie, and you can just stream it straight through. Which I got to tell you, TV is moving away from streaming, binging stuff. They've, and this is the way
We're getting into the drops.
Well, I'm saying the way that Disney does it is they just release it on Friday, and the way Amazon does it is they do it once a week. They release it on Friday. So it is, and Disney releases 1 episode on Friday. Amazon's at least releasing 3 episodes. But they are, Netflix hasn't released shit. I mean, when's the last really good Netflix thing that's been released?
That was back in January when they dropped Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Nick, what's the last good Netflix thing you've watched?
I can't think. The last would be the last season of Jessica Jones, and that was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying Netflix used to have they had Ozark right at the beginning of the pandemic. When we first, had to start staying home, Ozark was on. You had a lot of those Netflix series, and you'd binge watch you'd watch 10 episodes in 2 days, We haven't had anything like that in a while. We had there was that show your wife is reading the books from.
Yeah.
Which I can't even remember the name of it. I didn't watch.
Bridgerton.
Yeah. I didn't even watch Bridgerton.
I was
told that morning show.
Yes.
I was told to watch, but it just doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
I don't even think she's even watched any more episodes.
Oh, so she watched 1 episode.
I think so. Maybe 2.
Then decided it wasn't as good as the books, and
yeah, she just continues to read.
She's one of those readers.
Yeah.
A sissy reader.
Sissy reader.
Such a pansy reading. You think you're so good because you read.
Think you're better than me?
You're just a read. By the way, I do remember being made fun of in high school because I was a reader.
Me too.
Yes, that's right. We live in a country where they make fun of the people who read.
How dare you read? How dare you read Stephen King?
Oh,
I make money off of it.
You're just a big pussy reader. That's all you want to do is read, read, read. You think you're so much better than me because you're a reader.
You two lacking your entrepreneurial spirit. I made about $50 a week off of 7 or 8 different football players by doing their homework because I was a reader.
You think you're so cool because you're a reader. Look at you. I'm Mr. Reader. Reader. Yeah, it was all that was going on. That's the country we live in.
Mm-hmm.
United States of America. A country full of readers.
How dare you read
Oh.
for personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut?
And I gotta tell you, this goddamn COVID. Ay, ay, ay. This COVID bullshit is crazy. By the way, did you see the way they invented this COVID vaccine? Like the people who figured it out have now moved on to, they want to create a cancer vaccine.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that crazy?
That'd be great.
Yeah. And that's and like one of the women, I saw an article on one of the women who she's one of the creators of the COVID vaccine, and she actually feels like, I just started thinking about what we were doing yesterday. Forgive me. Like she feels strongly that they could create a cancer vaccine like within the next few years. That would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
But she worked on the Pfizer, on one of the good vaccines. The Pfizer or the Johnson and Johnson, the good vaccines, not the white trash.
There's somebody upset about that too.
She didn't work on the white trash. You mean, was it the person that I was trying to make upset when I started it? Is it the person that I was making?
Yes. Yes, I got to hear about it for an hour. I can't believe that he would make fun of that vaccine. Well, why did you get the Hillbilly Joe vaccine then? I didn't have a choice.
Let me clarify for those that maybe listened to the show that were mad at me yesterday. Okay. So we were talking about vaccines yesterday. Now, let me explain. Nick and I have both gotten the Pfizer vaccine.
Yes.
All right. Nick's wife got Pfizer. My wife got Pfizer. And TJ got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
And so did Rocky.
And Rocky got the Johnson & Johnson yesterday. So we were talking about vaccines. And now here, I knew before I started talking about it that Jason on the show had gotten the Moderna vaccine. Okay. So I knew well in advance. Which member of the show had gotten the shitty vaccine. So we chose which vaccine to make fun of. And we made fun of Moderna because Jason had gotten it. That's why we chose Moderna. Moderna's a fine vaccine, but that's why I was calling it the white trash vaccine. we were just poking fun at Jason. That's the only reason. So, and I'm just saying this because I did get a Facebook message from someone that was asking me if they should wait until they could get it, but it was Moderna. They want to know if they should wait. No, listen.
Don't wait.
Yeah, we were just teasing. We were just teasing Jason. There's no difference in these vaccines. All right.
It's better to get the white trash vaccine than no vaccine.
Yeah, get the vaccine. I mean, you know,
the only side effects is that you're going to have a car that's on blocks in your front yard.
The only reason we were making fun of the Moderna vaccine is we knew that Jason got it, and we just wanted to tease Jason. And I love Jason. I think he's wonderful, but I just love teasing him. It's one of my favorite things in life to do is to tease Jason. which I know he shouldn't because it bothers him, but I get such a kick out of it. TJ, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would lead to you getting a phone call of him complaining.
Oh, yeah, I got a full lecture. How dare you guys?
I can't help.
Oh, I thought you got the Pfizer. I didn't know you got the I'm sorry you got that white trash vaccine. You know, what do you want me to do about it?
Just like a white trash person would do, would be to complain about being made fun of.
Oh, shit. God damn, it's so fun, dude. We totally knew before we even started doing it. We knew that Jason had it. Oh my God. That's why we were teasing. I don't think less of anyone who got the Moderna. We were just busting
less of the people who got Johnson and Johnson.
No, we were just busting Jason's balls. I'm glad that people are getting vaccinated.
It's okay to get the Walmart of vaccines.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if he went in to get the vaccine in his pajamas now.
Oh my God.
Pajamas and slippers.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny. Oh shit. But they're saying, scientists are now saying that there are parts of the world where people are not getting the vaccine. All right.
Texas.
There are parts of the world where
Florida.
they're having persistent low vaccine coverage.
Mississippi.
Missouri.
And
Alabama.
scientists are now saying that those parts of the world that are not getting the vaccine right now,
The Dakotas.
they'll need to create a new vaccine within a year.
Kentucky.
Because these I don't even know the word for it. These strands of
Indiana.
COVID that are coming out. And by the way, Illinois is one of the top. We might be the top place for getting vaccine. I just want to brag a little bit. We're doing it right here.
Tennessee.
We're letting people get vaccinated here in Illinois. It's not like these other states where people are like, I ain't gonna get vaccinated. Only pussies get vaccinated.
West Virginia.
Virginia.
They tricked me into vaccination. I wasn't gonna get vaccinated. Then they stuck a Pfizer in someone's ass. And I ass
And then you hate it?
I ass ate my way into vaccination.
Now I keep downloading Windows Media Player.
They tricked me. They tricked me. Yeah. So
Well, don't worry, Vic. You'll get the second one soon.
can't wait. Hope it's delivering some good ass. Yeah, I know that the places that are under vaccinated, they're afraid that all these different strains of COVID.
The knockoff strains.
Yeah, well, it's and I don't even know how all that works, but there's a new one now that's hitting the United States.
I heard about that.
And they're afraid that these countries that are under vaccinated, they'll end up having to create a new vaccine to where it keeps people from dying of all these different strands of, of COVID, which is terrible. In fact, we need more people vaccinated so that these things just go away.
Well, if we had the right type of leadership during that time, it would have been wouldn't have had a problem.
It is unbelievable. Well, I mean, you're talking about Trump, but Trump got vaccinated.
Yeah,
He didn't
secretly.
He didn't talk about it.
Secretly.
He secretly got vaccinated, which, by the way, I don't even fucking understand. Why would you secretly get vaccinated? I don't understand it.
Because he has a base to rile up.
And by the way, it's not just him, but it's,
It's all of them.
they're saying that there are black people that are afraid of vaccinations. So where are some of the, like I heard the Los Angeles Lakers got vaccinated. But, give me some, let's see some big name, athletes get stuck. You know what I mean? Get out there and get the vaccination.
Well, I heard the Trailer Park Boys got the Moderna.
There's some Mexicans afraid of vaccinations. I don't know who. I don't know who they look up to, but stick them. Let's get some public vaccinations for the people, that others look up to. Let's get them vaccinated so that other people will say, I hope when we talk about our vaccination, we even talked about for the good vaccine, the Pfizer, like there's rumors of people getting effects for the second shot and blah, blah, blah. We even talked about Nick getting the second shot, how it just made him, he got a little tired. That's it.
Yeah.
Did you even get a fever?
No.
He didn't even get a fever. So we talked about it in hopes that maybe some others will get the damn thing.
And if you do get a fever, it doesn't last that long.
Yeah. By the way, my mom got her.
It's your body leveling up, essentially. It's doing what's supposed to do.
I think when I get my second shot, I get my second shot on like Thursday or.
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay. So I think I'm going to get it fine. I talked to my mom. She got her second shot. She said she was fine. She said except she took a nap on that day. Said when they gave her the shot, she ended up having to take a nap.
Yeah.
But she was fine. The next day she woke up, she was fine.
Your chance to have a nap all day? Come on. Who wants to pass that up?
It's unbelievable. I'm working out the day I get my shot. I'm going to work out, and then I work out the next day too.
No, you won't.
You don't think so? You don't think I will?
No.
But will I really be too tired to work out, or will I just be looking for an excuse?
You may even skip the subscriber show to have a nap.
You think so? But I know me. I might be okay, but I might, I might fake illness, You never know. Yeah, Pete says, I saw Magic Johnson, Danny Trejo, and Arsenio Hall got this, got at the same time for publicity. Well, let's get some current people to get it, Let's get LeBron James. I'm trying to think of who the current people are, like Arsenio Hall. I don't even know. Who to compare him to, of a younger age, but let's get some younger age people. Let's get some younger age people to get the shots, sort of inspire others to do it. And now they're going to open it up for a 16 and older. They're going to open it up for anybody to get the shot, which will be great. So I see Rocky's on with us.
Yeah, they already have opened it up like that. That was this week.
Oh, so is it this week that they opened it up? I thought
Yes,
it
that's
was
why
coming in
I was
April.
able to get mine.
Look at that. You got your shot. Congratulations. How you feeling?
No different.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
got
feel
it.
anything.
You got the Johnson & Johnson too.
I didn't even feel it when they gave me the shot either. I mean,
Yeah.
that was such a well run operation. I mean, it was pretty incredible.
Did you have to leave your car?
Yeah.
Because
Walk up with the QR code. You show your QR code to about 4 different people, and then you fill out they ask you the questions twice. But I never sat down. It's like you walk, boom, walk to the next thing, boom, walk. I never waited in a line. It was like everybody's just walking through assembly line.
I saw where Balint drove through. He drove through. They gave me a shot. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I can see how they could do that in Collinsville, but they weren't for whatever reason.
That's what I want to do. I want to drive through. I'll drive
You're
through.
not
and
going to get to.
Fuckers.
Yeah, they probably dropped the drive-through thing when they made it so that everyone can get one.
I think they have it. I know we have it in Springfield. There's a place that gives them just for driving through. Fuckers made me walk. And literally,
yeah, fully vaccinated from 0 to.
You're more vaccinated than I am, Rocky.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And you got the Johnson. At least you didn't get the white trash vaccine. At least you didn't get Moderna. You got the Johnson & Johnson.
Well, from the bloodline, I probably should have got Moderna if that's the criteria.
Now you got the. So there were no effects at all to the Johnson & Johnson because TJ had the Johnson & Johnson too. He said it was fine.
Yeah.
But you were talking about books and reading earlier, and remember MySpace?
Yes.
Oh God.
I was the administrator for the MySpace for the country station that I used to work on, and that when I was working on country radio was when MySpace was in its prime, and they had that column on the left: favorite movies, favorite music, favorite TV show, favorite books.
Yeah.
And then what people would put under books was just really like they were insulted by you even literally. They were insulted by you even suggesting they would read books.
How dare you?
Right.
Suggest I would read a book.
It was things like, I don't read. This is America. We don't read books here.
I ain't no book reader.
This is because when you're a country, what happens on your street is all of America. Right. But yeah, this is America. We don't read books here. I don't read books. I don't suck dicks either, just so you know. Offended that you would even suggest that they read books. I've never seen anything like the favorite books going through people's profiles when I worked in country radio in the early 2000s, mid 2000s.
How dare you suggest I read a book?
Right. It was like offended.
Why not just suggest I suck cock?
Right. I don't suck dicks either, just so you know.
How dare you call me a book reader?
This is America. We don't read books here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what are American libraries then? What's Barnes and Noble? I mean, this is America. We don't read books here.
I'm telling you,
But yeah, you were talking about that. And
I grew up where they made fun of you
to get that
books.
In there.
Yeah.
But we were talking also about the date for the Trump's return. There is one.
There's a date?
Oh, there is. God, August.
What? There's a date for and this is the QAnon thing?
This is Mike Lindell, the pillow guy.
Right.
Because we don't learn from other people like Sydney, whatever her name is, Powell or whatever, and her craziness. Right. So yeah, he's basically the same damn thing. And he's got so much evidence piled up that the election was fraudulent that when he presents that Trump's president again, no questions, and that's going to happen in August.
Yep. Yes.
So he's saying that Trump will become president again in August. Why?
Quote, all the evidence I have, everything is going to go before the Supreme Court, and the election of 2020 is going bye-bye. It was an attack by other countries, communism coming in. I don't know what they're going to do with it after they pull it down. But Donald Trump will be back in office in August.
Well, that's
And starting next week, wing pigs will be flying out of my ass on fire.
So he's come up with.
But at least they're getting smarter and doing like further away dates, and not like it's going to happen April 3rd, and then that's next week. Everybody knows you don't do that. You say it's going to happen months from now. So you build up the momentum. You sell some merchandise. You don't say shit's going to happen 2 weeks from now. So they are getting smarter.
The other part is that's not how the Supreme Court works.
No, that's not.
You don't just go to the Supreme Court and say, I have evidence for stuff.
So they are convinced.
What's that line? What that meme? That's not how this works. Actually, that's not how any of this works.
Yes.
You don't have a president come back.
Like they are somehow convinced that they're going to make Trump president again.
I don't know what they're convinced of, but they're trying to convince other people that. That's
in August.
I'd be more worried if more Trump stores started popping up and going, oh, well, there might be something to this then. But no.
Well, the Trump flag has been replaced by literally "fuck Biden," and Biden's a bigger word than "fuck," so "fuck" is in huge like letters. It's like there's your family values.
There's that white trash vaccine.
There's the family values group right there.
I had no idea that they had a new date.
Yeah, this just came out. This is
and
new.
The reason behind it is they think that the
guy who sells pillows has tons of evidence.
Guy who used to sell pillows. I think everybody's pretty much onto that by now. And what is this? Just to sell pillows? Just to keep his name out there? Does he have a new product?
And by the way,
launch or
Trump
he's got a social media platform he's trying to launch.
It's Trump or Lindell? I meant Lindell. Like
Lindell.
Is he just a?
Oh, he's just losing money. I mean, he's losing customers like us, but he's gaining customers who are Trumpers. I mean, but all his customers are now the Trumpers.
I'm saying is this. I don't think this relates to pillow sales though, because everything I've heard, those pillows are way down. I mean, you can't even hardly give those away. People already have one, or they don't. They had one, didn't like it, or they don't like him. So,
yeah, I think he's a jackass.
It's the same problem that the Duck Dynasty had. They love the show. They'll put the sign in their yard. They'll follow. I stand by Phil, even though he hates blacks or whatever. But they don't buy stuff, and that was the problem with the Duck Dynasty. They didn't buy anything.
How crazy!
And that's kind of like the pillow guy. They're not buying the pillow. They're just going, "Yay, August."
By the way, Trump is now taking money to do like greetings for, it's like Cameo.
Yeah.
But he's not on Cameo.
No, I have my own.
It's on his own. Yeah.
Throw his ass off Cameo. Can you imagine getting thrown off Cameo?
It's unbelievable. In fact, there was a wedding at Mar-a-Lago. So now when people have weddings at Mar-a-Lago, because Trump lives there, you can pay him to swing on by the wedding and say something for the bride and groom.
But the thing is, even when he says something for the bride and groom, he still just talks about himself.
Yeah, all he does is go up and talk about like TMZ captured. TMZ captured it where he's just talking about himself and Biden and just a bunch of bullshit. But you can buy these Trump. It's sort of like Cameo, but the money goes to Trump. So you can
milk them. That's smart. Milk them.
Yeah.
You gotta milk them.
I mean, listen,
it's the PT Barnum rule.
He's making money.
And it's Mar-a-Lago people, so they can afford it.
Yeah. He's making money while not being president. I mean, this bullshit of everybody else saying, oh, we're not going to profit from it. Well, why not? Trump is like, screw it. I'll profit from it.
Yep.
I mean,
That's all it was all about anyway, was just getting up there and getting cheers and applause and money. So, I mean, why should it end just because he's not president? That's what I always thought it would be more, because of a lot of the restrictions are lifted.
I'm telling you why. I don't understand why. Other than
I'm kind of surprised. I'm surprised that we don't hear more from Donald Trump. I'm surprised he's so low key. I thought by now it would be fully blown up and he would be like, he'd have his own variety show or something on fucking Newsmax.
It's crazy. I mean, it is crazy.
I mean, there's money to be made here. What are we doing? Sitting around?
It's like
going to a wedding every once in a while.
You never saw Bill Clinton or George Bush or Obama make any money other than writing a book. You could write a book and stuff like that.
And got slammed for that. Like no one ever writes a book after they're president.
Yeah,
and go on.
Fox News acted like tours. that was horrible that Obama wrote that book.
Didn't the Obama sign a deal with Netflix to produce some stuff?
Yeah,
and people gave them shit for signing a deal with Netflix.
No, they're supposed to be making a show based off the inauguration.
Unbelievable. Meanwhile,
and how awkward it was.
Meanwhile, Trump's out there doing cameos, and I don't hear anybody questioning it. Oh well.
If you're still on board after the Sidney Powell thing, you ain't getting off board. You ain't jumping off.
It is.
Wait a minute. Didn't Trump get the Moderna?
I don't know what he got.
I'm just going to assume he did.
I'm just assuming, that was definitely Moderna going into his system. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it's not shocking. And we'll leave it at that. Hey, by the way, a guy sent his girlfriend an itemized spreadsheet for their first weekend getaway. And this is on Reddit, okay? This guy and girl were going to go on a nice trip. And the guy broke down the cost of everything as to what the weekend was going to be. And he sent the spreadsheet to the woman, telling her what it would cost. Which is, I got to tell you, it's crazy.
Young people or?
I don't think they're super young because the guy.
A lot of the younger people, I guess, we're getting further and further away from these.
19.
The man does this and the woman does this type thing.
No, it says he's 24. It says he's 24.
Yeah, that's young.
That would still be in that age.
Yeah. And the girl's like 22, and the guy sent the spreadsheet, and it was on Reddit, and now it's removed from Reddit, but people were saying what they thought of it, and people were, of course.
Yeah, she can probably click on the total, and it comes right out of her account after she authorizes, and done deal,
It's
everybody's equally paid. Everybody's direct deposit, direct the withdrawal, and
maybe I'm old fashioned.
Yes,
you are.
That was my original thing. Is we're all old people talking about them kids.
It's crazy to me when
everything's got to be so itemized and exact. And
when you start dating someone. When you start dating someone, you you pay for stuff. If you invite someone to go away, on the weekend with you, that means you're paying for it. Am I wrong?
How do you know he invited her?
Apparently, you are now.
Wow.
Maybe she invited him.
Maybe they both agreed together.
Maybe a friend was talking to both of them and said, you two should go to blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Maybe the trip was canceled because of the spreadsheet.
Ray is still imagining a guy like in those 50s teen how-to movies where making a date and the girl's sitting there by the phone and her mom comes in wiping off the dishes and, Mom!
Hey, you want to go get a malted?
No, I told you, on my first date with my wife, on my very first date.
Yeah,
yes, you paid to go to the sock hop.
No, we went to a bar. We were going to an event, and on the way to the event, we stopped at a bar and had some drinks. She gets up at the table. She goes, "You want another drink?" And I said, "Yeah." And she just went and bought them.
Yeah, that happens.
I didn't pay for the
this
drinks.
seems like the generation that's all about, they got to have the schematics and the receipts and the.
Yeah, but like my wife didn't walk back to me and say, I just spent $7.42 for these drinks. It means you owe me.
I'm pretty sure that's not how the conversations go, though.
And
no, there probably was no conversation. It was all probably just like boom, boom, boom. They probably did the receipt, fed it into some sort of phone app, and it itemized everything for them and sent her a thing. She probably clicked the total. It took it out of her bank. We're done. Date number 2 coming soon.
I just find it crazy. I find it nuts.
Kids. Who knows what's wrong with these kids today? Kids.
And they're doing stuff and transactions.
Understand the things they say.
I
was doing a song from Bye Bye Birdie.
My daughter's 19. I should ask her how
that's what I'm saying. We need like a millennial correspondent or something.
My
Someone who
daughter
can translate it.
Yeah.
Your daughter will just side with you.
No, my daughter never sides with me.
No, that's the thing. She would never side with you.
But
she would just automatically default to like, yeah, no, you're wrong.
She would automatically default to arguing with me. But I am saying there's one boyfriend she had, I could see him never paying for anything. But I don't know how it works. I got to be honest. I would be, if my wife would have come back and said, well, I paid for blah, 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 make sure that you're going to cover whatever this is. And I mean, that would have turned me off. And I think it definitely would have turned, you know what I mean? It would have turned her off if because when we were dating, I do remember that we had there was one weekend we were living in Texas, and I had a great place in Corpus Christi we spent a lot of time at. But then she said, hey, there were these apartments in Corpus Christi, and they would have basically you buy whatever room in these apartments, like you buy it for a night or a weekend or whatever, and you could just have and we ended up doing it.
It's almost like an Airbnb.
Yeah. And this is like in 1990. Okay. But just to get out of my place because it was me and my roommate and all this stuff, just so we can be alone, we ended up getting one of those. But I was going to say we split it, but I don't think I think my wife just bought it. I think she just put it on a credit card or something. Because I remember saying, hey, do you want some money for this? And she said, no, it's on me. So there was stuff like that went on. And I got to be honest.
I can just see like 4 friends going on a road trip now. And everybody just gets everything, the hotel, the gas, whatever. It's all totaled up.
One person pays and then the other one's just, here's the money, and they Venmo it to you.
Yeah, and it's like you take the grand total and you just divide it 4 ways. If you had 4 people on the road trip. You don't have to sit there and everything's itemized for you, but I don't know if the guy would actually itemize everything. It's just like, you take the bill, you split it in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology is caught up with dating. That's what's happened.
Yeah. And the equality of, the guy doesn't want to act like he's old-fashioned chauvinist guy and pay for the woman, but you don't know if the girl maybe wants to, so yeah. Good luck, millennials. in those relationships.
Yeah, I certainly.
Yeah, Ray's thing goes back to when I was in high school. So
I certainly wouldn't want to pay for I certainly wouldn't want to pay for everything. I'm cheap, but I just don't remember it being. I guess I just don't remember it being a big issue. Like, as long as I've been with my wife, this is well before we were married. When we first moved in together, it literally, my paycheck just goes to her. And, you know what I mean? It's like, I have no idea how much money we have. None. My wife handles all that. It's just how my relationship is.
yeah, you're like an athlete's wife or something.
Maybe I just.
I work with those people on ESPN. Where they just go through life on this aloof whatever, and everybody else is taking care of emails, time cards, finances, looking for a house, and they're just like, where did I throw this ball?
No, I'm saying for me, it's made more sense to just,
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes more sense for them too. They just hand it all. I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah. So, yeah. She could have been ripping me off all these years, but I don't care. I have faith in her. You know what I mean? I trust her that's not been the case. I trust that's not been the case. And now look, I'm making nothing and we're living off of her money, and it's the same way.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Terry and I have had, instances where one of us makes more than the other, or one of us is in a better situation than the other one. And it's kind of like, whatever works at the time. I say that now as the person that's,
but I'm saying that marriage isn't different now because marriage hasn't magically changed. Because
when you're in a marriage with the same gender, you don't have those roles that you feel like you fit into where, well, naturally the guy asks the girl out. Naturally the guy pays. Naturally the girl either, it turns down the date once. You don't just say yes the first time and all that stuff. We don't, it's more like, just two friends or something when it comes to like paying for the bill or, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we've never lived our lives like, like everything has to be Venmo'd to, the other one or whatever.
Well, and you also lived in a time when there was cash in hand and you didn't have a phone app that had your bank on it and you just pushed a button. And
I lived in a time where you received a paper paycheck.
Swipe your phone across the bartender's forehead. Whatever's going to happen next. Our bartender's going to have things on their forehead where you just walk up with your phone and Q code them. And
dude, I'll tell you, I lived in a time when, and this is a true story, when I was living in Peoria, it was a Lytle and Lamb show. We did the morning show, right? And on Fridays, they would pay us. We got paid every week, every Friday. And I want you guys to jump in. I'll tell you how ridiculous the story is, and you guys jump in. I want to hear your take to see if you're the same as our coworkers. People would get mad because Fridays, they would put all the paychecks in the mail slots at like 9:30. Well, the Lytle and Lamb show ended at 10 o'clock, right? So right at 10 o'clock, John Lamb and I would take our money. We would grab our checks and we would go down to the bank. And we actually changed banks so that we got to where we were banking the same place the radio station had their accounts at. All right. So we would go in and cash the check for cash. Okay. So we would cash the check for cash, and then we would take the cash and put it in our own accounts and deposit the cash into our own bank. And people got mad at us because later that day, when they got out of work, they would go by the bank and they would go to cash their checks. And it turned out they couldn't cash it because there wasn't enough money in the account. So they got mad at us. Our coworkers were like, fucking Lytle and Lamb, they're cashing their checks. There's no money in the account at the end of the day. And my take was, well, why are you mad at us?
Right. I mean, that's like the
It's not
story
our
of
fault.
American misplaced anger, you know?
Yes, it's
I mean,
not our fault.
instead of getting mad at the corporation, instead of getting mad at the people up top, let's get mad at our peers.
We're mad
Let's fight with each other. That's the story of America.
Yep. We're mad at the dickhead morning show. Why are they doing this? Blah, blah, blah.
Because
And
they're
they
cashing their checks earlier than we can get to ours. So
because
they're
they're
the enemy.
cashing their check. and my argument would be, well, who the fuck wrote checks without enough money to cover all of them?
Yep.
Like, why are you mad at me? Be mad at this fucker, the guy who owns a place.
Oh, I can't be mad at him. First of all, I don't see him. And second of all, I don't want to get in trouble.
It's
I want to bitch
unbelievable.
about somebody that's, lateral. I don't want to bitch about somebody that, get back to them and then I don't have a job. Okay, here I go. Bitch, 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 bitch.
The guy in Peoria would write paychecks without enough money in the bank to cash all of them.
Probably thinking that everybody just deposits a check in their account. He had about
Yes, and he'd have a couple days
money to float it. Yeah.
Except I'm not going to play that fucking rule. Like, I had an account for my wife and I. We had an account at one bank, but I would go down to the bank that the station used and I would cash the paycheck for cash. And then I would take the cash and deposit it in my wife and my account, which was a different bank. And I would put the cash in there because once the cash was in there, my account just made it, they're like, there you go. The money's in there. And they would get mad at us because it wasn't just me. It was John Lamb did it too. He would cash his as well. By the way, we weren't the only one.
Beer over the weekend.
We weren't the only ones doing it. I'm sure there were people in management that were cashing their check as soon
Oh
as
my
they got
God, you
it,
don't
too.
get mad at somebody for when they cash their damn paycheck, which is theirs, which you
Yeah.
expect somebody to do. Yeah, that's
You
what's
get-
happening everywhere. Let's get pissed off at each other and not source out the real issue, the real
Get
problem.
mad at the dickhead who wrote the check.
That couldn't, but yeah, right, and rubber checks.
Instead, you get mad at
Basically.
us. Fuckers.
But you guys were talking about, before I was on, you guys were talking about, and there's nothing on Netflix and Amazon, or Netflix especially. But you guys have seen like Eddie, right? In Going to America.
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
I like Coming to America.
No. Going to America.
What? Wait a minute. What's Going to America?
Going to America is this thing I saw on, I think it was Netflix, where it's Eddie Griffin, and he plays a prince that's gone to New York to look for his princess. I don't know any movie that this is similar to, but
Well, thank God that Eddie Griffin's
No,
getting work.
Not at all.
how come this isn't sharing? I've got it sharing. I don't know why no one can see it.
Hold on. Let me add it. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Going to America.
Going to America, and the thing I saw looks different than that. It just said Eddie across the top of it, because it's Eddie Griffin.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Eddie in Going to America, he's an African prince that's gone to New York City to look for his princess. So who says there's nothing on Netflix? Come on now.
I got to be honest. Netflix is not keeping up.
No, they're the network of Orange is the New Black and 13 Reasons Why, and like you said, Ozark. A lot of people like that. Groundbreaking, award-winning, and now it looks like the straight to video.
But here's
aisle,
the thing. They're the ones that we pay for every month that we don't even question.
Yeah, because that name. And
so
you don't
I'm
want to
like-
get rid of it because when's the next thing that's coming up?
Well, I'm like, if I had to drop one, It would be Netflix.
Oh, absolutely.
I would
Yeah.
too if
Because
my
there's
kid
not
didn't like all the stuff that's on the kids portion of it.
there's
Is it
nothing
exclusive to them?
There's you can have it just be for kids, and it's got all the kids programming on it.
If I just had to pay,
Yeah, but I mean, is this kids programming on Netflix? You can't get that anywhere else?
A lot of it, yeah.
No. Wow.
if I just had to pay for it, if I just had to pay for my streaming stuff, I would pay for the one that I don't have to pay for, which is HBO Max.
By the way, why do I need to be reminded I don't have kids every time I log into a streaming service? And it doesn't matter which one it is. Robert, Terry, and then kids with like no box filled in and just like an empty grave or something. Terry, Robert, kids. And by the way, Terry doesn't need one either. Terry, Robert, kids. That's every Amazon, Netflix. Can we just get rid of the thing that says kids if we don't have kids? Instead of it like sitting there waiting, like, well, put your kids in.
I think Amazon right now, because Invincible is amazing, is really good. But Amazon, HBO Max,
HBO Max is the best.
and Disney.
I would say Disney Plus if you like the comic book stuff is right up there. But yeah. HBO Max,
Those are the ones
especially for what I'm doing, which is a lot of big.
I can't remember. I can't remember the last thing I watched on Netflix. Listen, I got to go work out, so we got to wrap it up. But yeah, I'm telling you, Netflix is the least valuable of current streaming services.
I've
It's got to
literally
be Netflix.
I've literally in the last month watched more on Tubi.
I mean, seriously, Rocky, what's the last thing you watched on Netflix? Can you even remember?
I think since Terry got the new TV, I don't think I've watched a single thing on Netflix, and that was it's been a week now. It's been a little over a week.
So
Nick,
Netflix is the Moderna of streaming services.
Yes, Nick. Nick, what's the last thing you've watched on the Netflix?
The history of cuss words.
Wow,
I was gonna watch that.
That's been months. Rocky, you didn't even watch it?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
TJ, what's the last thing you've watched on Netflix?
Like I said, it was January when Cobra Kai dropped. It was Cobra Kai and Lucifer. That's it.
I was like, Cobra Kai for me was probably the last thing I watched too.
I mean, Nate Bargatze has a new stand-up special on there, so I need to watch that.
It's insane. I never watch Netflix. And yeah. I'm wondering now if that's not the one I cancel. Because there hasn't been anything on it.
I'll suspend it until like something I want to watch comes back on it. I'll suspend it.
Not a damn
Last thing I watched was about a month ago, and it was the new season of The Sinner, followed by the new season of that glass blowing competition show. So yeah, glass blowing competition.
It has now become the least valuable streaming service. All right, let's.
The Moderna of streaming.
Yep, the Moderna of streaming. Let's wrap it up. Thank you for watching today. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. with another free show. It's Ray Lyle's Morning Disaster. Off to go work out. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, great